Um, I'll talk about something in the area of nerddom
Okay.
for a bit. This is a story I just mentioned to the Vasquez a little bit ago, and I'm eager to share it with you. I went to the opening premiere of the movie Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Which is the third Nolan film and the second best of the trilogy. It is. Don't argue with me. I'm not saying the others are bad. They're very good. They're all really good movies. So anyway, because my friends hate me, they made me wait with them from 8 to midnight when the thing would show. So we're in line for Theater 3, and then there's Theater 1 and 2, which will also show the premiere at the same time. So you got 3 theaters all showing the flick. And because we were there for 4 hours without chairs, at some point we would get bored.
Yeah.
And so in about 40-minute to an hour intervals, we would say, I'm going to do a lap. I'm going to take a lap around the theater, stretch out my legs, maybe get a water. And as I went, I said, I'm going to do a lap. See you guys in a bit. And I go out of the line, and I walk, and at the other side of the theater entrance is where lines 1 and 2 are. Line 3 is kind of ostracized off to itself.
Because fuck line 3.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Assholes. Picking an odd number.
Yeah. The number of our Lord. And I came across...
It is the Holy Trinity.
It is.
So yeah.
I came...
You're not wrong.
I don't just say shit. That's not true. I sometimes just say shit. But
I say nothing but the shit.
so as I come across the front, there in like 3 bodies back in line 1, there is a guy in a Batman costume. And I want you to know right now, it is the best Batman costume I've ever seen in person. It is amazing. It's like it's the Tim Burton Batman, so it's kind of a dark.
The nipples.
Yeah, it's the nipples.
Yeah, the nipples.
He was just rubbing them the whole time.
It's got
the abs, the molded abs,
molded into it, and it's got like the gold belt buckle and all that. And it's got a fucking cowl, covering up over his thing. That's all rubbery, and it kind of makes like that noise of like when latex rubs against itself. You remember Jean-Luc and
like the pecs.
And the pecs, yeah. Anyway, so it is a perversely amazing costume. It is the most amazing Batman costume I've ever seen. And he is the only person in the line wearing a costume. No one else has come to the premiere dressed up, which is kind of embarrassing. A little bit.
Yeah.
But then it gets worse because the man wearing this costume is not fat. He is morbidly obese. He is vulgar. He's just distended gut, just like rolls of fat. Like he's the kind of person that they made the name Nutter Butter to be pronounced by.
That was the breaking point for me.
And
because we love Nutter Butters.
We all love Nutter Butters. Just imagine that.
Oh, Nutter Butter. I remember Nutter Butter.
And instead of doing the lap, I saw this man and I went, and then I ran back to my friends and I was like, guys, go over and look at line 1. And why? What's going on? Don't fucking ask questions. Just go look at it. And then one at a time, people left. It was maybe 6 of us together. One of us left, came back. And as we came back, it had that face of either I've just shat in front of a baby, or that's a very specific face. It's when you grow up, maybe you'll learn it.
I know exactly.
And just this, and then the last of us came. The last of the 6 came back, and we all stood, and we looked at each other, and we said, after the film, we shall have a suicide pact because life is not going to get better than that moment right there. That wins. That minute wins over all the other ones. I have seen The Fall. I have seen the greatest art house films that have ever been made. Nothing beats that.
He's gonna be buried in that costume, and he's gonna die the way he lived.
Yes, yes, he is.
What? Wait, I don't know what that means. Okay.
And he won't until he's buried.
I imagine that's what they do for Bruce Wayne when he finally gets buried. They're just gonna put him in the Batman suit, and then if Alfred's still alive for some reason.
Oh. Bruce Wayne's not gonna die without taking Alfred out.
No, and then the twist will be Jason Todd will come back from the grave.
Didn't he do that? That's the Red Hood.
That's the Red Hood.
No, he's gonna go back in and then come out again.
He's gonna die, come back.
He's gonna unbecome a zombie, because technically he's a zombie now.
Yeah, he is in so much pain.
Did you guys read Death of the Family?
Yeah, I only read half.
No, and I want to.
I read about half.
It was very good, and I don't know. Would you object to me talking about it on here?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Well, the end of it is amazing and fantastic, and I loved it.
Okay.
It was very well done. I had to buy it because I buy the Ravagers and I buy Teen Titans because gosh, they're so sexy. And
All the teams.
mainly Beast Boy, but it's not for that reason. So I picked up Death of the Family, some of the overarching issues. And the end of it is Batman like 17, something like that.
Yeah.
And the end is the Joker has finally kidnapped all of the Bat family. I'm doing air quotes for me. And he's got Batgirl, Red Robin, regular Robin, Red Hood, and Batman.
I hate Red Robin. I hate Red.
He's an ass.
He's a dude.
God.
And
Yes.
they are in a sort of abandoned tunnel for the metro system under Gotham, and they're all tied to chairs at a table, and all of them have blindfolds on, and the Joker one by one removes their blind. Oh wait, do we all know about the current state of the Joker in the comics right now?
Oh, in the New 52?
In the
Doesn't
New
he,
52.
like, hasn't his face been stolen?
He had his face torn off
Yeah.
by, I don't remember what. I'd ask one of my friends. I don't know.
What was it the Doctor? Was it?
I need to read more of the New 52.
Was it?
I heard that.
But so the Joker has had his face torn off of him, and he has stapled it on to the bare muscle. So there's sort of this bloody gap around his face, and the eye holes are all stretched out around, and he can't blink any. Yeah, he's a horrific nightmare. And then one by one, he goes around unmasking all of them. And he takes the blindfold off of Batman last.
Yeah.
And then he says, I'm so glad you could join us. We're going to have a wonderful family get-together in a nice dinner. And I've got a special meal for everyone. And then he slowly removes these very ornate sort of silver plate covers. Shing, shing, shing. And in front of everyone, they see their own face has been torn off and laying
Oh, jeez.
on a
That's
plate
awesome.
in front of them.
Wow.
And immediately, Bruce is about to freak the fuck out and rip his arm, because they're shoddy looking chairs. It looks like the Joker just took lumber and kind of nailed it together. And he says, no, you can't do anything right now, because there's flint under your chair, and this entire room is filled with gasoline. And as soon as you get out of that chair, it'll light up everyone. And so, more or less, he then removes each member of the Bat family to be taken care of by some goon that he's hired. Then he leaves just him and Batman. And then Batman realizes he gets worn down by the Joker, and he breaks the chair apart and lunges forward at him and busts him through a wall of stone.
Jeez.
Just as everything goes up in flames. And then, because he's basically taken away everything from Batman,
Yeah.
Batman, they do a fight, they do a fist fight, and there's like an underwater waterfall, and there's all these like shitty pipes of Gotham, and Batman.
Yeah, Gotham's sewer system has never been good.
Great.
No.
Yeah, even Croc agrees.
I mean, it's filled with penguins for one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a giant alligator monster.
It's filled with Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito just lives there.
That Danny DeVito. Actually, most people don't know this. Gotham is where Danny DeVito's really from. Danny DeVito actually got into acting when people realized he looked a lot like the Penguin. So then Batman realizes the one thing that really would hurt the Joker. There's only one thing that he is held on to, and that is the ability to keep up the game of justice and chaos.
Yeah.
And so the Batman... it sounds so epic when we say and the Batman says, what if I take my mask off right now and I end this? You know who I am. And there's no more game to play for you. And that freaks the Joker the fuck out. He says, that's the whole point of that's what everything is about. And he says, I will kill you before I let you take that mask off. And then he said, I don't think you are. You have several opportunities to do so.
Yeah.
You could have killed me then. And also, it turns out that the face thing was kind of a fuck you. It was just like, it was polystyrene made to look up like everybody's face so that they would freak out initially. But everybody's face is still attached.
That would freak me out.
And then as he starts to take his hood off, Joker runs, trips, and falls down a large precipice into the water, where he's then breaks both legs, one arm, and is apprehended when a rib punctures his lung. And then, what's worse is, then they have the wrap-up, which is basically all of the Bat family leaves without saying word one to Bruce. They just kind of go back to their lives. Except for the original Nightwing, who was also there.
Okay.
And Nightwing comes and he says...
fucking Red Robin says.
Yeah, Red Robin's a bitch.
And he comes there and he says, oh, so actually I was just going to get my stuff. I wasn't going to do this. And then Bruce tells him, actually, he tells him about everything that happened in the sewers. And he's like, well, what do you think he would actually do if he ever found out who you were, Bruce? And he says, he would do exactly what he did. I know what he would do. And then they show you a flashback to, like, years ago.
Yeah.
And then there's Bruce Wayne, who has basically donated a shit ton of cash to Arkham Asylum to update the security so less criminals will break out over and over again. And then they're saying, well, right this way, Mr. Wayne. These are the extreme cases. And there's a glass sheet, and there's the Joker 2 years ago in his cell. And Bruce Wayne walks up to the glass and looks at him. And the Joker looks at him. And there's that look of, I know exactly who you are. And so the kind of point of it is, Joker doesn't really give a shit that he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
He cares the Batman. Whoever he is doesn't matter. And the kind of point is, whoever the Joker really was doesn't matter anymore either.
Yeah.
And the game will play out forever. There will never be peace. The end.
Yay!
That's a good story.
That was pretty captivating.
Oh, thank you.
I have a huge, just gratifying smile to say to you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
My heart is smiling right now.
Oh. I can see it from here.